can't believe how much water there is. I just can't believe how much water, and people have lost their homes.
More than 500 homes inundated and thousands ordered to evacuate as Victoria's flood emergency takes hold.
Benalla, Wedderburn, obviously the Maribyrnong, Carisbrook, Seymour and Rochester are among our chief concerns.
Huge swathes of central and northern Victoria face emergency flood warnings, while Melbourne's waterways are heaving, the Maribyrnong River carving through communities, emptying into the bay. Just 7 kilometres from the Melbourne CBD, Maribyrnong's main street was swallowed by water.
Got a message at 4 in the morning that we have to evacuate the house. They come knocking on the doors, banging, basically saying you need to leave now.
There's no doubt right across the state our volunteers, our emergency services are being stretched.
More than 1,700 calls for assistance and 200 flood rescues, locals aiding emergency efforts.
We have lots of horses still in the north paddocks, like when you're moving them as quick as we can. It's a catastrophe. I've never seen nothing like it. It's crazy and it looks like it's still rising.
Resisting calls to declare a state of emergency, the Andrews government's announced one-off disaster payments.
There are payments of just over $2,000 for eligible families who are out of their home because of this flood event.
And Victoria isn't alone. Northwest Tasmania remains on high alert, with record-breaking falls lashing Launceston.
This is actually the danger period. This flooding will be sustained.
This is one of the most significant weather events we've had for some time, and it's not over yet.
Isandula Dam at risk of failure, triggering evacuations downstream.
The dam was actually had an inflow of around 70,000 litres per second, which is equivalent of an Olympic-sized swimming pool in every 30 seconds.
New South Wales too is waterlogged. Up to 600 residents urged to evacuate Forbes in the centre of the state as the Lachlan River burst its banks.
We've been flooded in some areas for 4 to 6 months, and we have got all our processes in place looking after our people.
Across all 3 states, rains are set to ease tonight, but the risk of major flooding will continue throughout the weekend as waterlogged Aussies are pushed to the brink.
I've done SES for 19 years now, so and this is probably the worst I've seen.
I've got nothing left. You know, the house is gone, the car's in the gates, everything's just gone.
And Maribyrnong local Brogan Carter joins us now from the first floor of her apartment building, which by the looks of it is completely surrounded by floodwater. Brogan, how did you discover that you were well and truly trapped in your building?
So about 6:45 this morning, I opened the blinds and was shocked to say the least that the river was right up to the building. And then instantly I thought of my car. So I went out to move that to higher ground and, within a couple of hours, the water was, completely flooded. The road was, we were trapped from both ends. There was no way out.
With that level of inundation, it must be very hard to keep you cool. Did you find yourself panicking?
I did panic. I'm definitely known to panic at the best of times. So, yes, there was a little bit of panic. I packed a bag and a bag for my dog practically straight away. Not that I had anywhere to go, but that was definitely panic mode there. It's not a situation I've been in before.
Have authorities been keeping you up to date on what the situation is and what you can expect over the coming 24 hours?
It's really just, I've obviously been tuning into the news and checking Facebook and that kind of thing. But it's mainly just the residents that have probably kept me more in the loop.
Did you have any official word going into this flooding, Brogan? Was there any warnings? Was anyone door knocking you?
No warning. It was just, like I said, when I opened the blinds at 6:45 this morning, it was, a bit of a shock. As when I went to bed last night, there was no indication that it was going to come right up to that point. So, a nice surprise this morning.
Wow.
Brogan, how have your neighbours been holding up? No doubt you're all in communique. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, everyone seems to be okay. I think everyone's a lot more calm than I was, definitely. But, I guess, I don't know if there's just some, adrenaline and stuff that's in at the moment and just, because it is something that we haven't seen before. So it's almost quite surreal. So I'm not sure anyone knows how to react.
So you've got enough food? Everything's all right?
Yeah, kind of. There has been a few attempts, not from myself personally, but some poor Uber Eats drivers have been stuck on their bikes trying to get to the building. So, yeah, there's been a few call-outs for Uber Eats, believe it or not.
Uber boats, is that something you want to see floating?
Yeah, that could be a new venture for somebody, yeah.
And Brogan, you keep on saying we. You're talking about the fact you are there isolated with your little dog Jim, right?
Yeah, with Jimmy, yes.
How is Jimmy coping with this whole experience?
Look, hasn't been too bad. Now that the sun's out, he's kind of looking around like, why aren't we going for a walk?
There's a reason for that.
I couldn't say that too loud, his ears will perk up. But, yeah, he's definitely confused. He hasn't left my side, though, so I think he knows something's up.
Well, Brogan, it is a remarkable scene from where you are right now, and I'm sure incredibly frightening as well. But stay safe and thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much, guys.